back to my channel. So here we are on day 3 of our 182 and some really good results so far. Just in 3 days I wanted to report on my intermittent fasting and weight loss journey. So we're actually looking at still doing the 16-8 method, which has been working out really good. But I have to admit that about 48, maybe 24 hours after starting, my body kind of went through some kind of weird kind of fatigue, which I anticipated because your body is trying to adapt to the new schedule. You're only eating within a short window, which is 16-8. And I think because of, based on the results that I'm getting, because the good news is my weigh-in came in really good today. I'm now down to 234. And if you remember, I started 3 days ago at 239.8. So it is working so far. I don't think I'm going to plateau because I am feeling like a lot more energized. I did notice that my sleep has gotten really good. I used to struggle with trying to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Now I'm actually forcing myself to get those 8 hours, which means that I'm going to be actually in the advanced stored fat zone more. And that's really exciting for me. So I'm hoping that when I get to, today's Monday, I'm hoping that I'm setting a goal that by Friday I'll be down to 228. That's my goal. So that would have meant that in as little as about a week, I would have gone from 239 to 228, which is awesome because that's 10 pounds basically in 7 or 8 days. And I don't know if that's radical or if that's good results, but I am feeling different. I am feeling tighter. I am considering to motivate myself to go from 16-8 to perhaps 18-6, which would actually mean I'm going to tighten the window that I'm actually fasting. So instead of fasting for 8 hours, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., I'm considering to motivate myself to 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., which would mean I'd actually go into my advanced stage, stored fat burn. Sooner, possibly as soon as 9:30, which would mean if I woke up at 8 a.m., that would mean that I was actually possibly, if I had my last meal at 4:30 and my first meal at 1 p.m., then I could possibly be in an advanced fat stored fat zone for as much as maybe 10 to 11 hours. So it is an adaptive. I'm actually becoming, I'm feeling like I have more energy in the midday because basically I freed up my body to go from the fed state to the absorptive state of my very last meal hours before actually going to sleep. So my sleep is a lot more rested. and then I actually feel a lot more relaxed in the morning. And one thing I noticed for me, and this has been a puzzle with my doctors for a long time, and of course I'm sharing this with you because it is one of the issues I wanted to resolve or figure out how to resolve, was night sweats. And I think the night sweats probably came possibly for me from eating too late. So this is one of the reasons I wanted to share this journey, because I'm sure other people are going through the same issue. One of the issues I used to, when I would wake up, this section of my clothing would be completely soaked. And I noticed that if I stop eating too late, then that's not going to be an issue. Also, nightmares. crazy nightmares from eating too late. But now, because I'm intermittent fasting and I'm doing it safe and sustainably, it means that I'm going to be, and I do believe that the night sweats are possibly tied to the nightmares because I'm eating too late. But now that I'm actually possibly taking my last meal, in a few days I'm going to switch to the 18-6 option, which is a little bit more radical, because you can only, the whole idea why intermittent fasting works, from what I understand on my own personal journey, is that you can only take in so many calories in a short period of time. I mean, your body is going to get to the satisfied and full zone pretty quickly. So if you have your first meal, you're going to be satisfied most likely from 1 to 3. Then you're going to feel hungry again. Then, maybe have a cup of tea or some a beverage, and that will get you to your 4:30 to 6 p.m. And by then, your body is going to know that it's going to start shifting down your metabolism. And I do feel the effects of my metabolism slowly shifting down at about 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. because that last meal, usually at this time, I take my last meal at about 6:30 to 7, not too late. And if I'm having a meal that it only makes sense if I'm having a meal that is has carbs, because I need carbs if I'm only in a short window and I need my nutrients to feed my body. Then if the carbs are going to be if the carbs are too late, then that's going to mean that I'm going to be feeding off of the whatever carbs that have been converted into sugars and so forth later on in the day, which means that it's going to delay getting into this zone, which is a zone that I want to be in. Because eventually, if I want to get from 239.8 and I'm at 234, and then get from 234 to 228 this week sometime, and then eventually 218 in maybe 2 weeks. But I do anticipate probably what will happen is that I will plateau. I may be doing something like this as we get more into the journey. Meaning, with time, I actually start losing less and less weight over a period of time. I may have some good gains in the next month or so, but I do anticipate that I'll probably plateau because from what I've read online, people who do intermittent fasting, their very, very last goal weight, that window is always the toughest because, like with anything, it's just harder as you get into it. But I do feel different, and my clothes do feel different even after dropping 5 pounds in 3 days, 72 hours, in 4 days. Because this is 0 to day 3, and this is the result, 234. So I'll do another weigh-in tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be better. I don't know if I'm going to plateau, but I do anticipate at some point I'll start plateauing, and I'm not depressed about it because I anticipated that I will. But this is a 6-month journey, so I'm really excited to see what is going to be the result 6 months from now. And I do feel that this is safe and sustainable. I do feel that I'm going to be able to tap into better energy as I go into the journey of this intermittent fasting and weight loss journey. And I wanted to chronicle it on this platform so that if there is anyone else out there that might be struggling with their weight or body image or whatever it is, and if this could motivate just one person to try this and see, then you're not going to actually die. You're not going to die. Of course, I don't feel I'm going to die by doing this, but of course, with every time I do these videos, I always insert my general disclaimer, check with your doctor. You can always modify 16-8, but basically, you're just taking advantage of the fact that your body can only consume a certain amount of calories within a short period of time, and I'm not watching really what I eat. I normally do, but I don't really eat fried food. I don't really eat high-fat food. I don't eat greasy food. I eat healthy food, but the problem is I needed to stop and structure, stop eating late, and also to add structure to my diet plan. And intermittent fasting is definitely a way to structure what you're going to be doing. And as you can see, it just makes sense. The goal is to get into this zone, and you'll actually feel your metabolism shifting down because you're not using all that energy to absorb food, and you're not in a fed state and you're not in an absorptive state later on in the night. So you actually feel your metabolism slowing down, and then of course it's nighttime, so you're actually shifting, and you actually feel that shift where you're going into relaxation. And I do like the fact that I'm getting better rested sleep and relaxed sleep. So I hope these videos are helping, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to reach people who will be able to take advantage of the results that I'm feeling. And I do feel that I can sustain this for at least 6 months and hopefully get some good results and share this with you as a video journey. So I do appreciate you tuning in. I do appreciate this forum so that we can actually see going forward, and I thank you very much for this opportunity, and I look forward to our next update. Thank you.